Well, this month is World Autism Month, and quite often when there's a diagnosis of autism, that search begins for resources and just what to do next.
Our Carrie Hall spoke one-on-one earlier this week with nurse coach Bina Bendale to get advice for parents.
So a nurse coach is a board certified coach, and what we do is we use a holistic approach to help people with where they are presently and where they want to be in their life for what they want.
And so I think for me, especially when my son first got that diagnosis with autism, I went through this period of mourning. I had to just mourn the loss of what I thought life would be like. It was really trying on my family as well as a marriage. And you often find that there is not a lot of resources for parents to go through this. So tell me about that support for caregivers and what's needed for the people who, the adults in this that have to go through it.
Yeah, and when we talk about, there's a lot of resources out there for kids. And when I went through a very similar situation where my eldest son is a nonverbal autistic, and I had to go through that same type of mourning where I wasn't sure what he was going to do. So now my goal is just for him to be functional in life. And so that's kind of why I developed Real Life with Special Kids, is to give that parents the support that they need and to release the parent guilt and how to integrate like siblings in the journey. Because when you have a child with autism, people need to remember that there's a whole other aspect to it. The caregivers, the moms, the dads, the grandmas, the brothers, the sisters, the aunts. Like, it's a whole new acceptance. And when people don't understand that one autistic child is one autistic child, and each one has their own differences and each one has their own strengths. And, overcoming that social stigma is hard. It's really hard to do. And so here in my business with Real Life with Special Kids, we really help support the parents with their process and what they need and giving them the sense of community where they feel belonged.
And we had such a great conversation. She really has some big dreams for the Bay Area. Just needs a little help, but looking at opening some centers that will help support the parents as well as the children. Definitely needed, especially in this area. So we're going to post that full interview online. Great. But yeah, she's been such a help to me and for people who have been following the story. About a year ago, my daughter stopped eating. She was having severe food aversions, and Bina really helped me out with the whole process of getting a G-tube, which I had no idea about it. Her son also has gone through that. And so having people around you who have been in that situation, who can offer some advice, that community, it does really help. So autism, awareness and also that acceptance is really important this month, and we just want to bring that to light. But yeah, I just love that woman, and we all need someone like that who gives us that
to get
support.
Information and support, and then just someone who knows what you're going through. It's so important.
Yes.
No, you're not alone. I think there's so many people, and you sharing your story as well, I think helps a lot of people.
Right. There's so many people, and if your child stops eating or has extreme picky eating, do not force your child to eat. There is something else going on there, and you need to find that out before, because there may be acid reflux or some type of digestion issue. So yeah, I just learned so much from her and just that community and people who are giving advice. So
all right, good advice. Thanks for sharing too.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to make sure it's nice